Hi, I'm Scott Delandy, member of the Core Technology Division, and I'm here today to talk to you about the VMAX All Flash FX packaging. So let's get started. So when we introduced the VMAX All Flash at the beginning of the year, there were a number of new capabilities that we introduced as part of the All Flash systems. That included things like high capacity flash drives. It included performance optimization around the microcode. It also included the ability to add compression with encryption in the system as that functionality becomes available later this year. But one of the real big capabilities that's resonating extremely well with users is the new consumption models and the new packaging of the system. And that's really what we're going to talk about with respect to the FX package. So those are some of the new things, but don't forget there are a lot of things that are existing and proven with the system that still continue to be very, very important for enterprise customers. It includes things like the availability, the data services, and the ability to connect into all these different environments that are typically found in an enterprise environment. So let's look specifically at the FX package. So today there are two packages within the VMAX All Flash. There is the F package and there is the FX. The F includes all of the key capabilities that you want in order to basically manage your system. Things like Unisphere, things like snapshots to be able to make space efficient, high performance point-in-time copies, as well as the ability to integrate in with the applications and databases through features like AppSync. We also have storage analytics, which are key capabilities to be able to plug in to virtual server environments and provide end-to-end visibility from those VMware or virtual server-based tools. From the F package, users have the ability to go ahead and add additional software functionality a la carte. So things like SRDF and ENAS and DARE, those are things that can be added to the F. The FX package, on the other hand, is an all-in type of a solution. So it includes all of the key software capabilities all packaged together in a very cost-effective way that makes it easier for users to be able to bring the technology in and take advantage of the functionality and take more advantage of the value and the capabilities that you get with the system. And to give you an idea of the pricing, so if we were to look at pricing each of those individual software features a la carte versus looking at the FX package, you can see there's a considerable amount of savings associated with that. But when we look at what we did is one of the things that happened at the beginning of the year is we looked at the pricing and we wanted to make sure that we had the FX positioned correctly in terms of what users would expect from a functionality perspective. So when we looked at the F package, the most common a la carte add-on items included SRDF and DARE. So as we looked at packaging the FX, we wanted to make sure that we could upsell users from what was standard with the F package and the typical software functionality that was added to now being able to add into or move to the full package, which included the FX. So now I'm going to spend a couple of seconds and sort of take you through the functionality as if we were pitching to a customer. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So within the FX package, there's a tremendous amount of value, right? It includes all of the advanced data center enterprise features that people really want in order to optimize the investments that they're making in their storage infrastructure. It includes things like being able to secure the information at rest with DARE. It includes the ability to replicate over distance using, in particular, features like SRDF Metro, which allow us to create active-active replication. There's also automation that's built in to really simplify the management of the storage to provide a seamless, very easy way of being able to provision new capacity, as well as being able to automate a lot of the workflow that's traditionally involved with doing storage management. We also have the ability to do copy data management with things like AppSync, so that makes it easy to basically take the software functionality for doing snapshots and integrating that into databases, so now the storage admins don't have to manage those processes. That's something that the app owners and the database administrators can do on their own, and in many cases that's something that they really want to be able to do because it gives them control of their information, it gives them the ability to manage those things themselves. The ability to have more access, where now we're not just looking at a block system, but now we can consolidate block and file into a single system, is also very attractive. And because we can do that without requiring additional hardware, it makes it more cost effective to be able to add that capability. It also makes it easier to consolidate some of the older file-based systems that are in the environment and move those into VMAX. We also have, from an optimization perspective, some really great capabilities around power path. This gives us the ability to not just provide better path management from a performance and optimization perspective, but also being able to integrate very heavily within the VMAX and understand how to maximize the performance of that environment. And lastly, we have the ability to cloud to the tier. So being able to take data that's inactive or things that are running on the VMAX but don't need to be running there all the time, being able to move those off to an object-based store transparently, automatically, very, very simply using things like the cloud array. So let's spend a second just to kind of drill into each of these. So first off, encryption is very important. As we're hearing from many IT organizations, the need to secure data is becoming one of the top issues that folks are looking at. And when you look at how we do encryption within VMAX with the data at rest technology that we have, we expect that this will become a requirement going forward. So over the next couple of years, it will become a mandated check-in-the-box feature that most IT organizations are going to need to have in order to secure their information. One of the key differentiators that we have with our implementation is the way we've actually implemented encryption. It does not compromise data services. So there are other implementations out there that if I turn encryption on, that impacts some of the space efficiency technology with things like compression. Our implementation allows us to have encryption and compression and not have to compromise on those capabilities. So that is definitely a key capability that is unique, certainly in the high-end space with VMAX All Flash. Next, we have SRDF Metro. So we've always had replication, remote replication as a very solid technology within the VMAX and the symmetric space. And some of the key advantages is not just the replication of data, but the ability to replicate that at scale. We're talking hundreds, thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of applications we're able to replicate in a consistent way. What SRDF Metro gives us the ability to do is to eliminate the RTO and RPO processes normally required when failing applications over or back between primary and secondary sites. It basically allows IT organizations to extend the investments that they've made within their replication technology and provide better overall availability and simplified management by being able to offer active-active as an array-based feature. We also have PowerPath. So as we mentioned, really powerful capability. And when you think about PowerPath, this is a technology that normally is packaged within the system that is often being positioned up against other path managers that are included within the OS versions. And the reason why IT organizations rely on PowerPath is because of the advanced capabilities and really the performance optimization and the pathing failover abilities that really understand VMAX systems, understand the performance, and are very deeply integrated within that infrastructure. And for example, in many workloads, we see up to 3 times better performance during heavy I/O loads versus traditional implementations. So for performance-hungry environments where you're looking for better predictability and more consistency around application performance, PowerPath becomes a key must-have technology. And then with respect to block and file consolidation, so one of the nice things that this gives you the ability to do, it basically gives you that option to always be able to add file in the future. So many of the workloads that we support traditionally within a VMAX system are based around block-based applications, databases, transactional-based systems. In the past, in order to add file on, it required additional hardware, it required additional complexity to set it up, it required different software tools to manage it. Now that the fact that we have ENAS that we can integrate within the VMAX, it gives IT organizations a much easier way to be able to start off with VMAX primarily for their block-based applications, and then as needs arise where maybe you need to stand up 20 terabytes of file-based data, it becomes something that's extremely easy to be able to add into the environment. And because you're consolidating that onto a single platform, you can leverage the data services, the replication, the space efficiency technology, all of those advanced features that you get with VMAX, you now can extend those from the block to the file-based world. With respect to automation, so we have Viper Suite that's also now included. From a Viper controller perspective, one of the key things that this allows IT organizations to do is radically simplify the provisioning and the management of their storage infrastructure. Once Viper controller is set up in the environment, it simply becomes a end-user self-based provisioning type of a technology. So I no longer need to have advanced storage administration skills once the product is set up in order to go in and do basically the day-to-day administration of that system. So very, very powerful powerful, especially for large organizations that are looking to simplify the overall infrastructure management. But it also includes Viper SRM, Storage Resource Management. So this is really powerful because it extends the management from just being the storage-based management and understanding what's happening under the covers on the storage infrastructure to now being able to reach up into the application and the server space. So being able to understand the complete end-to-end topology of the environment, being able to troubleshoot, being able to report, being able to make sure that things are supported at the host level by being able to connect in easily with things like eLab Navigator. These are very, very powerful tools that, again, simplify the overall management of the storage infrastructure, but extend it from the storage piece all the way up to the applications. So that's it for the positioning of the FX package. As you can see, there's a tremendous amount of value associated with the functionality that you get with that technology. And we think that users are going to respond very well to the renewed economics and the value that we're able to achieve. Thanks for watching, and good luck and good selling.